So, very good evening. And last class we saw what do you mean by modulation, right? And today we are going to see the first part of our important subject, which is known as amplitude modulation, right? We are going to see amplitude modulation, right? Amplitude modulation. So today we are going to cover what is amplitude modulation, then how the amplitude modulation is generated, then third one what is spectrum, then modulation index. These are the four categories we are going to see today, right? So when you say what is amplitude modulation, already you know what is modulation. I try to recap once again. So modulation is nothing but it is a method or a technique or a process where a message signal, that is nothing but an information signal, and we is need to be carried through a long distance. So what we do, a small message signal, and we have a carrier signal, we embed both the things, and this technique is called modulation, right? So or we superimpose each other to produce a output signal which is called as a modulated signal, right? So this the which part is doing this modulation is the modulator, right? So the modulator is responsible for doing modulation, right? So the last class we saw that now we have two different type of categories in modulation. One is amplitude modulation, another one is angle modulation, right? The first part we are going to see amplitude modulation. First unit deals with two modulation, especially amplitude and angle modulation, right? So this amplitude modulation is shortly called as AM signal, right? This amplitude modulation is shortly called as AM AM signal, right? So when you before going to the amplitude modulation, I just narrate some of the equations of the general signals, right? First, we are going to see a information signal. Information signal, right? When you draw the diagram of information signal, right? We draw a signal with respect to time. Okay. If you see in this signal, right, this is an information signal where this signal consists of a frequency component, right? So first we see this is nothing but our amplitude. Okay. This is nothing but our frequency. Okay, and here we call it as a phase angle, phase, right? Amplitude, the above the axis what we get is the amplitude, and in the x-axis we call this as a frequency, and in between each and every signal ends we call this an angle, which is nothing but the phase angle theta. Okay, so now for an information signal, normally when you say a signal, it has three components. What are the components? One, it has an amplitude. Two, it has a frequency. Three, it has a phase. Okay, right? So amplitude is nothing but voltage. Okay, amplitude is nothing but voltage. It is measured in the form of volts. Its unit is volts, right? So when you come to the frequency, right? Frequency is nothing but it is measured in hertz. Okay. Then we come to the phase angle. Phase is nothing but angle. We measure it theta. Okay. So what you have to refer is that whenever you take a signal, the signal surely has three components: amplitude, frequency, and phase. This is very important, because in all the other cases from the first unit, second unit, third unit, when you go, this is the basic structure you have to remember, right? Whenever you have a signal, you have three parameters in the signal. One is amplitude, another one is frequency, and another one is phase, right? Okay. Now, okay. Now, I just named this signal, right? Whenever we are going to derive some equations, we need some parameter value, right? So now I call this information signal, this amplitude I am referring as V m of t. Amplitude I am referring as V m of t. Okay. So when we call it as a frequency, here we call it as a frequency Fm, right? Why we represent it is in the form of M means it is the modulating signal, right? What do you mean by modulating signal? Means the signal which is going to be modulated. எந்த சிக்னலை நம்ம மாடுலேட் பண்ண போறோமோ அது பேர் தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம், மாடுலேட்டிங் சிக்னல் சொல்றோம். எந்த சிக்னலை மாடுலேட் பண்ணிட்டோமோ அதை வந்து மாடுலேட்டட் சிக்னல் சொல்றோம், right? So this we call it as a modulating signal, right? That is, it is going to be modulated. So since it is a modulating signal, so in easy understanding we have the caption as M. Okay, so if I take Vm of t, right? Next we have Fm. Okay, so this is nothing but the amplitude of message signal. Amplitude or message signal is nothing but your information signal, right? Fm is nothing but frequency of modulating signal. Both are same. I am just giving whatever in the textbook, right? Modulating signal. Okay, this is for information signal, right? Here you can find small part diagram left, right? Here left means here is no information is there, right? In this part we have no information has been given, so no information. The message starts from here only, this point. Okay, from this point to this point, right? This is for an information signal. Okay, now we go to the second part. What is the second part? For modulation we need two things. One is information signal, second is we need a carrier signal, right? So now we say carrier signal, right? Whenever we say carrier signal, already last class we have seen carrier signal frequency is much higher than the message signal. We call message signal as a low frequency signal, carrier signal as a high frequency signal. So here the frequency of the signal will be very much high compared to the message signal. So when you draw the signal, right, right? So this is your carrier signal. Okay, very important. When you draw a diagram, you must note that the amplitude is above the x-axis, positive side, and the negative side must be same, right? The amplitude of the signal, this amplitude from here and here must be same. Okay, now here also we have the amplitude, and this amplitude is represented, since it is a carrier signal, we represent it as EC of t. Okay, EC of t. Whereas the frequency of the signal, all the signal we know, we have a frequency. So the frequency of the component is represented as FC. Okay, VC of t, and this one is FC. Okay, now VC of t is nothing but amplitude of the carrier signal. Carrier signal. Okay, whereas FC is the frequency of the carrier signal. Okay, so now we have finished information signal or message signal. Second, we have finished our carrier signal. Both the diagrams we have finished, right? Now, third, we are going for modulation. Now only we are going to see what is mean by amplitude modulation, right? So first I draw the diagram of the modulation. Then I will be narrating what is the definition for modulation, right? So first one we come when you what the diagram which I am going to draw. Surely it will be most of the time asked for a lot of eight marks question, right? So if you see, first you got to draw your information signal. This is your information signal. So what is this notated by Vm of t, right? Vm of t, modulating signal which is going to be modulated, right? So from this place to this place, there is no information. The same diagram what I am drawing there, I am bringing it here, right? So here I have an amplitude as Vm, frequency as Fm, right? Okay. Now from this part, from the edges, from each edges of the signal. Second, I am going to draw a carrier signal, right? Right? So second one I have drawn is the carrier signal. This is nothing but carrier signal. So what is carrier signal? Vc of t, right? Where the amplitude of the signal is given as Vc. Okay. The frequency component present in the signal is Fc. Okay, right? I hope you will be able to understand. Now, this information signal is going to be added with or superimposed with this carrier signal. While we are doing this, if the changes taking place in the amplitude of the signal, we call it as an amplitude modulation, right? So what about, already we have seen that signals has three components: amplitude, frequency, and phase, right? We are, for this type of communication, we never speak about the phase. We speak about only two things: amplitude and frequency. So if there is any change taking place in the amplitude of the carrier signal in accordance with the information signal, we call it as a amplitude modulation, right? So where the amplitude changes, but what about the frequency? Frequency remains the same, right? There will be no change in the frequency. Only changes taking place in the height, that is nothing but the amplitude. Let's see now how it is happening. So third one, now we are going to get the modulated signal, right? So first you take this part. Here no information is there. So while adding this part with this part, you will be getting the same part, right? There is nothing changes happen. So we draw the same diagram. The carrier itself remains the same, right? But when you come to these two parts, right? Whenever you are adding these two parts, there is a bigger changes is going to happen, right? So there. So if you see there, I hope you can see the changes, right? Here, the frequency. This is the frequency. The frequency does not change. See, the frequency remains the same, but see the amplitude. One is small. First we started with this amplitude, then it started to increase. So when it goes to the negative portion, it started to decrease. Once again, if I have drawn a little bit larger, we can take a little bit other signal. Then it started to. So this is called as the amplitude modulation. So here we call this as a modulated signal. Modulated signal represented as V A M of t. Since it is the amplitude modulation, I have given V A M of t, right? V A M of t. So now we can say, so if you see the shape of the signal, right? If you see the shape of the signal, we can find right. If you see the shape, this part, the outer layer of the signal, see it will be same as your information signal. See here also we have the same signal, the same shape of signal will be referred here. Since I have small area to represent, I have drawn little bit wider. Otherwise, little bit narrow means it will be same like this, right? So if you see from starting from this signal shape, the same signal shape you get here. At the same time at the side also, right? So what it says that, well, the definition for amplitude modulation is that amplitude modulation is a process or a technique where the information signal, right? The information signal, otherwise the carrier signal amplitude changes instantly based on the value of the information signal. Okay, you can see the carrier remains the same, only based on the information the amplitude of the carrier changes. Okay, can you able to understand? Once again I repeating in Tamil, right? ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் சிக்னல் இருக்குது, ஒரு கேரியர் சிக்னல் இருக்குது. ஆம்ப்ளிடியூட் மாடுலேஷன்ன்றது ஹைட்னு ஞாபகம், ஹைட், ரைட்? ஸோ ஆம்ப்ளிடியூட் மாடுலேஷன்ன்றது வந்து எதுல சேஞ்சஸ் நடக்கும் அப்படின்னா, ரெண்டு சிக்னலை வந்து நம்ம மெர்ஜ் பண்ணும் போதும் கேரியரோட சிக்னலோட ஆம்ப்ளிடியூட்ல தான் சேஞ்சஸ் நடக்கும். இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் சிக்னல்ல எதுவுமே நடக்காது. ஏன் அப்படி நடக்காது அப்படின்னா, கேரியர் இஸ் த ஹை ஃப்ரீக்வன்சி காம்பனன்ட். Okay, so when a low frequency component is added to the high frequency component, it affects the high frequency component's amplitude. சரிங்களா? அப்ப இப்ப என்ன நடக்குது? நம்மளோட இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் சிக்னல் உள்ள கொண்டு போய் நம்ம சூப்பர் இம்போஸ் பண்ண உடனே நம்மளோட கேரியரோட ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் இருக்குல்ல, இப்படி இருந்த அதோட ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் வந்து ஆம்ப்ளிடியூட் வந்து இதுக்கு ஏத்தாப்புல மாறுது. அதோட ஷேப் தான், ரைட்? So now we call this as a AM modulated wave. Okay, the AM signal, AM signal. Okay, right? So இதுல பாத்தீங்க அப்படினா அப்ப இதுல என்னென்ன காம்போனன்ட்ஸ் இருக்கு? So first thing when you see, we here we have FM, Here we have Fc. So what about here? We have both the components. We have Fm and we have Fc. Both the frequency components are present here, right? At the same time, we have both the components. We have Vm as well as we have Vc. Both the components are present here. Okay, right? So this is called amplitude modulation. One of the very simple modulation technique is amplitude modulation, right? With this video, at last I will be giving some practical session, not in this live class. I will be adding this to later on to this video so that you can find the real video of how the spectrum looks, right? So now we have finished what is AM, right? Okay, now let's going to see the equation format for this, right? How we are going to write in the equation format, right? I hope you can understand. Any doubts, you can unmute and say. Any other queries or doubts? Shall I move on? I'll check the chat window. Shall I move on? Can you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So with this, I finished the general equation, right? Now, general diagram. Now I am going to write the equation, right? Whenever you see in EC based subjects or in wireless communication or in embedded based communication or digital, whatever electronic circuits we see, we never see the signal through our eyes. We cannot see a signal through eyes, right? So what we are trying to do is that we try to represent the signal in the form of an equation, so that solving the equation and giving the input to the equation, you can able to understand how the signal is going to be reacting, right? Okay, so that is the reason why we are representing all the signals in the form of equation, right? We can easily say the signal will be like this signal will be like this signal will be like. It is not the representation. So we have to, all the signals has to be represented in the form of mathematical models, right? Then only we can give each input to the mathematical model and get the referred output, so that we can find the behavior of the signal, right? So now I am writing the equations. So if you see this signal, already know your message signal, right? So message signal is given as Vm of t. Kindly understand this, very important. Vm of t. In some textbooks, right? I am referring General Simon Hackings. There are a lot of textbooks available, or I am referring Veni Tomasa, right? Veni Tomasa is your textbook actually. So in that textbooks and few textbooks, they will be given two notations. That is, we say amplitude of the signal is referred as Vm, right? Okay. In some books, it is given Vm or it is referred as Em. You must not confuse. Both are same. Vm and Em reference the amplitude. If it is M, amplitude of the message signal, right? The same thing for carrier also. In some books, it is referred as Vc, or in some book, it is referred as Ec. Right? Both are same. You no need to little bit confused, because there are a lot of books for this subject. So each and every subject will be using different notations. A standard book notation is Em or Vc, right? Okay. So now, if you see the equation Vm of t, right? Whenever you are writing a signal in the equation, first you must note what is the amplitude of the signal, right? So when you see the amplitude, or what is the amplitude of the signal? Vm. I am writing the equation for the information signal or message signal, right? So Vm, okay, into, okay, Vm into sine Vm of t, Vm into sine We already know what is omega. Omega is nothing but 2 pi f. Right? We call this as omega. 2 pi f. Okay? So when you see this Vm sine 2 pi f, f is nothing but your message frequency, right? Message signals frequency. So we represent this as fm with respect to t. Vm sine 2 pi fm of t, right? Vm sine 2 pi fm of t. Okay. Now next, this is for a information signal, right? Next I am writing for a carrier signal, right? For a carrier signal, here also Vc of t is equal to, okay, here also we have an amplitude Vc sine. So you can ask one question, sir, why you have chosen sine here, right? Already in the first class we say we already take the signal in the form of sinusoid. So easy remembrance you can keep. Amplitude is Vm, a signal is a sine wave, sine. Already we have a frequency component for 2 pi fm of t, right? So here Vc of t is equal to Vc sine 2 pi fc of t. Okay, so Vm of t, Vc of t. But now adding both this equation, that is Vam of t is equal to Vm of t plus Vc of t. Vm of t plus Vc of t, right? So this is the equation for an amplitude modulation. Okay, if we can substitute this, that we can see in the later part of the subject, right? With this I have finished AM and AM generator. Next I am going to another two topics. I try to finish it as soon as possible. Next one is the spectrum, right? So whenever see this signal is represented in the time domain. Okay, we with there is x-axis in based on time for 1 second, for 2 milliseconds, like that we can represent in the time domain. But whenever we go for, right, whenever go for another type of representation is the frequency. The signals can be represented in the form of frequency also. Here we call it as a spectrum of the signal, right? So center part, okay. So this is a spectrum of, that is ஒரு சிக்னலை வந்து நீங்க first year labல நிறைய பேர் பண்ணிருக்கோம். If you see the CRO, when you give an electronic components as the input, when if you adjust the CRO, you can find some signals, right? The signals, another representation in the frequency domain is like this, right? So here the center part is nothing but your carrier. This is your carrier. Since you know carrier has the higher frequency, so it is like this carrier, right? So these are the your message signal, which has two parts, right? This that is in the left hand side. Like when you have this is my right hand side, this is my left hand side. The left hand side we call it as a low side frequency. This one we call the USF. That is LSF means lower side frequency. Lower side frequency. USF means upper side frequency. Upper side frequency. Okay, lower side frequency, upper side frequency. So what is meant by bandwidth means we call it as our mobile data, we call it as a bandwidth, right? Bandwidth means many number of frequencies are combined to form a bandwidth, right? So here many number of frequencies are there. F1, F2, F3, many number of frequencies are there. So we all combined, we call it as a USB, upper side band, right? Here we call it as a LSB, lower side band. Okay, upper side band, lower side band, right? If you see is lower side frequency, upper side frequency. Okay, so now carrier frequency is represented as FC. Okay, or message signal or information signal is represented as FM. But two sides are there, two sidebands are present. This one side, this one side. So how we are representing this is from this FC, how many distance this USF is, right? So we represent it as FC plus FM. This point we represent FC plus FM. Whereas when we represent this point, it is FC minus FM. That is, from this point, how much distance these frequencies are there. So we are representing like this. So this is the spectrum diagram of the signal. The signal can be represented in the form of frequency domain, and that frequency domain is, you just keep in mind, later on in the classes, you can easily understand what this diagram actually means, right? Sometimes when I say spectrum, lower sideband, upper sideband frequency, it will be little bit new terms, but whenever we going for later classes, it will be easily understood. Now I have finished the spectrum, and the last topic is the modulation index, right? So modulation index. Okay, so already I have said in many books, VM is also represented as EM, right? VC is also represented as EC, right? Because here we are going to change it. That's what I am saying. So what is mean by modulation index? Modulation index. We have seen the definition first. Modulation index is represented by small m, right? Small m represents the modulation index. It is nothing but the amplitude of message signal divided by amplitude of message signal divided by amplitude of carrier signal. Amplitude of message signal, that is, modulation index is represented by small m. It is nothing but the ratio of amplitude of the message signal divided by amplitude of the carrier signal, right? So if you write in the form of equation, small m is nothing but small m is equal to, what is mean the amplitude of the message signal, Vm or Em. Here we use Em divided by your carrier signal, EC. This is your modulation index. Because you will be doing some small problems in this unit. So these are some of the equation you have to remember. Modulation index is Em divided by EC, right? So at the same time, we have another term called percentage of modulation. Percentage of modulation. Okay, it is represented as capital M. Okay, capital M is nothing but small m into 100. Mostly, how do you do percentage? Into 100, right? So small m into 100. What is small m? Capital M is equal to Em divided by EC into 100. Okay, this is your percentage of modulation. Okay, can you able to understand? So these are some of the questions you will be getting small problems in this, right? So we have finished modulation index also, right? Okay. So with this, I finished AM modulation, AM generator, spectrum, and modulation index. So in the next class, we will be seeing some different cases where amplitude modulation can be how, which part we can say at 100% modulation. Okay, it can be seen in the next part. Okay. So if you have any queries, you can ask me.